up guys? So today is gonna be another vlog, but it's gonna be a fast one maybe because it's a typical Saturday, which it's no work, it's just fun. So stay tuned. Okay, I thought of doing a video. 3 reasons why you should not own a car in Malaysia. I mean, that can be a good content because owning a car in Malaysia is not cheap as what you think. Because buying the car, maintaining the car, and more after that is actually the road tax, and just what your daily basis. I mean, your day-to-day operation of the car is more expensive than then owning a car in Dubai is much more cheaper because your road tax is cheaper. Petrol is fairly almost the same, but it's still way cheaper. I mean, in terms of maintaining say a 4x4 like a 4.8 or 4.0 cc. So yeah, so I'll go with tip number 1. To the video, just look at these cars, man. Damn, this is a Toyota Land Cruiser. Yeah, it's a Land Cruiser. Damn, man, sick, man, these cars. Land Cruiser. I don't know what Land Cruiser is this. It's a Sabah plate. Wow. Look at that, man. Shit, it looks insane, man. Oh god, this is my... Oh god, it's half my size. This is my leg. It's here. To my waist. To my belly. That's, oh my god. Oh man, look at that. This is also a Land Cruiser. Wow, look at that, man. I don't know what it is. Kind of like them. So yeah, reason number 1, owning say any mid-range car between say I think 1.5 you have to pay a road tax of 90 ringgit per year. So if it's gonna be 2.5, it's gonna be close to about 0.5 is about 600 or 800 a year. So it varies, the percentage that it increases is not like 20%. It's like boom, like 50%. So if you were to buy a car which has a cc of 3.0 and above, it's going to be close to about 3,000 ish. So 4.0 is going to be, I think, about 4,000-5,000. So it's like too much, not by percentage range, So if you were to buy a car in Armenia is one of the exception because I lived there for about a year or so. So owning a car over there is fairly cheap. You don't have to pay the road tax like in Malaysia. So in Malaysia you have to pay a road tax yearly basis. So in Armenia you pay yearly basis, but it's only $100 for any cc that you want. So your cc is like 4.0, 5.0, 6.0. That's why you can see all the V6, V12 engines are over there. Like over here, we don't see our V12, V6 as much as in Armenia because, like, you have to. One, purchasing the car is one thing. Second is the maintenance, and thirdly is the road tax. But for here, it's like first is always the road tax. So it's So that is tip number 1. So this is the road tax. So say that we're driving a saloon car for an individual, so private owned. So we say for a BMW 5 Series, 2.5 cc, it's what, 880. 3.0. Can you see the hike? It's so much. What if it's gonna be a 4.0? That's a lot. But if it's gonna be for a non-saloon, which is MPV, SUV, pickup truck, it's far lesser. So that's why Cayennes, Touareg, all the high cc SUVs are here, and a lot of people like to buy Porsche Cayenne more than a Panamera. So yeah, that's the difference. Suspect is a white cat. Alright guys, back to the video. So actually this is the next day, it's not the same day. I got caught up with some work, so decided to start it then on the next day. So yeah, let's dive into the video back. So reason number 2 why you should not get a car in Malaysia is I could say is the tax. Because despite we paying road tax as one scenario, the second scenario is just the car tax, where from the purchase is very very high as compared to any other country. I mean, Singapore is even higher. We pay, if I'm not mistaken, close to about if I'm not mistaken, I need to double check on that, it's about close to about 100% of the tax, or around that 100% of the car tax. So we almost paid double of the car price. So buying a new car is it's a big deal if you compare buying it elsewhere. I mean, in Malaysia, example, if you're gonna buy a car, is like you're pre-handing into buying like two cars for one. So like if there's another option of you buying recon cars, which is very common in Malaysia, where we buy recon cars, where it is used in either UK or either Japan. So what they do is they use the car for a very less mileage, which is only like about, usually is about 15, 20 to 30 kilometers, and then they resell it back in Malaysia, where we get the car is about 5 years old. So it's about a 50% drop in the price. But that one, even that, say example, if you're buying it from Japan, is actually like, say if the car is 5 years old, it's already 50% off Japanese value, which is gonna be darn cheap. But even that, when we are gonna ship it here, we have to pay the tax, and that tax, we can't just simply buy the car, you know. The guy has to have an AP, which is not easy to get. You have to seek approval from government bodies, but not anyone can have that AP. It's like you need, this is a whole different video to do. It's a big process to even apply for it. And then just the tax, we pay so much, close to about 100% or something like that. I need to get back, but it's so much that buying a car here is like equivalent, like we are buying 2 cars in the US. So if you were to buy a BMW, you say it's about 400,000 here, 5 Series, 380. In the US, it's about 200,000 Malaysian ringgit. I did the conversion. So it's about half the price. So we do pay a lot for just, I don't know, it's just so much. But then, yeah, you get to drive a nice car and all, but then, yeah, that is the reason number 2. It's just taxes. So this is just a simple example of the pricing. So you can see it's about 200 Malaysia, 200,000 Malaysian ringgit. If you were to buy it in the US, it's about 288 in Malaysia. So yeah, that's a lot. Okay, now reason number 3, I could say, is just the parking and also the roads, because our roads are not as big like roads in Dubai. As you can see, like it's like 1.5 of our roads. It's like 1.5. So you can imagine the sheer width of the road when you drive. So chances of your car getting hit by, and somewhere we have a lot of motorbikes, chances of your car getting hit by the motorbike to your side mirror is very high. That's one. And parking. You see, example, if I were to own a car in say, let's say if I stay in PJ and I work in KL, or maybe I stay at Puchong and then I work at KL. So for me to drive the car, commute from Puchong to KL, let's say city center, it's about 35 kilometers. Off traffic is about 40 to 30 minutes just to drive there. But if it's gonna be the peak hours, that's gonna be like 2 hours, 2.5 hours to drive there. Driving is one, the amount of jam, and then the roads are small. Then parking, you can't get any parking in KL. It's either seasonal parking or there is a parking lot but there's no parking at all. So you have to be rounding and rounding and rounding. That itself, half of your time is wasted, and confirm you can't get it. So parking is an issue. So and it's expensive. It's not cheap. If you were to buy say a normal parking for a day, it's about $15. If you just take the train, it's like a fraction of it. So it's already coming like to not own a car in Malaysia. So but that's for city center. If it's outside, I'm not sure. I'm not so good in other states, but this is the KL life. So so to all the Mercedes fans out there who watches Formula 1, I think you guys know what is this. Can you see this? It's petrol station. You guys know this. That came to about 30. So I can give you a comparison of these two petrol stations, which is Shell and Petronas. So Shell being fairly famous brand, overseas, but because they have in so many countries, as compared to Petronas, they only have it in, I think, only Malaysia and another country, if I'm not mistaken, but not as many as Shell. Shell is much more bigger. It's a much more bigger company as compared to Petronas. But Petronas, since the Formula 1, they made their big standoff from there. But actually, comparing the services that they provide with Petronas and Shell, Shell I feel is way better than Petronas, because this is my personal opinion. It's not I'm not sponsored by Shell. If Shell you ever sponsor, please do sponsor me. But no, I'm not sponsored by either one of them. Because you see, when you pump your petrol with Shell or Petronas, you can see the difference between the amount of liters that goes into your car, how fast that Shell pumps in, and Petronas is like so slow. You have to wait and wait by liter is so slow as compared to Petronas compared to Shell is like times 2, or in fact 2.5 faster than Petronas. So you basically save time while pumping in your petrol, and you also get a better service provided by Shell. Shell, they are my preference. They've been providing good service from the time I started buying petrol. It was like very good. Like, it doesn't drop the standards. Petronas was so crappy just 3 years back. Just recently, these few years, they started putting in ambient lights, like yellow lights, bringing that whole coziness within their convenience store. now only. That's only now. But all these years they didn't do is, it was like so crappy. The service was so crap. Toilets, number one, not clean. Petronas. Shell, okay. Petron, number one lah. It's so clean. Any Petron they enter inside, the toilets are clean. I don't know why they just like to maintain their toilets very clean as compared to any other petrol station. But yeah, comparing the two, Petronas and Shell it is. Guys, I'm wrapping up the video. Hope you guys like it. If you do, please like, subscribe for me to make more content. It shows me more positive vibes. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Peace.